Okay, this is segment C of episode 21 of the Ladybug Laboratory podcast. My name is Lily. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram and all of the places in the down bar. There's a Ravelry group where we have a made-for-me make-along with the chatter thread, finished objects thread, prizes drawn from both, and you're just making something for you without the guilt. And any Ravelry-supported craft is accepted. There's also an introductions thread and a questions thread, so yeah, go ahead, check that out, join the group. Today, first we're going to cut to a segment that I'm going to record later. Future me is going to show you what she has packed for her trip, as well as some of the details about that trip. And then we're going to talk about some sewing. So let's move on. Alright, so for this vacation, I of course had to prep a certain amount of knitting. This time I erred on the side of not having enough knitting, even though normally I err on the side of having too much. And the reason for that is because I'm going to be about 2/3 of the way through visiting several yarn stores with a friend, so I thought, I might as well err on the side of not enough. And that way it'll help me to travel light. Now, before I get started, each of these projects comes in a project bag, and inside of each project bag is a little tin from Selkie Studio, which contains stitch markers. They're all different, but they're in every project bag. And every project bag also has a mini pair of scissors. Some of these are my Ladybug scissors. There's these octopus scissors, a whole bunch of different mini pairs of scissors. In addition, I also have this tin, which is a Ladybug tin that I got at Stitches West. And inside of it, there are some darning needles, progress keepers, stuff like that. And that tin just kind of travels around with all of them. So let's get started. The first one is living in my Lone Larch to-go bag. And this one is my Dark Matter socks. These are in the to-go bag because I literally will work on them while I am walking. And they're vanilla, and I needed some good vanilla knitting. The next one is also some vanilla knitting, and that is in my Dancing Sheep socks bag. And this is my red dragon socks that I'm making for my brother. Now, so far what you've noticed is some vanilla knitting. This trip is a little bit unique in that I will be spending about a little over half of the days basically alone, and I will be doing a lot of more complicated knitting during the day, and then during the evenings and the other days I will be hanging out with friends and family, and so I'll want something completely vanilla to occupy me. So those are two completely vanilla projects. Next up, in my Foxes bag by Mama Made Waffles, I have my Backyard Leaves scarf, and this is one of the more complicated projects that I brought that I've been working on during the days. And the reason I put this one in this one, I thought it was perfect because, you know, of the leaves and stuff like that. Then, in this one, I have, this is my Front Range Bags Tea Time bag, and this one has my Morning Mist, which has the natural contrast with the green stockinette body. I'm going to finish up this soon so that I can switch to stockinette and have another vanilla knitting project. So that makes several of my projects vanilla, one of them about to be vanilla. It just started raining, sorry. And I have a couple more things to show you. So I brought this. This does not come in a bag. I'm so sorry about the noise, I hope it's not too bad. This is my hat, and all I have to do at this point is... Hold on. Alright, I'm going to try and finish this up quickly so that the noise doesn't get too bad. all I have to do at this point with my In the Sun hat is add in the wire and finish it up. So I brought some wire, I brought a darning needle and some wire joiners, and I'm just going to finish that one of these days while I'm alone. And finally, in this bag, which is my kitty bicycle bag from Studio in the Green, I have a couple of different things. Number one, I have the extra yarns for my backyard leaves shawl. And the reason is because scarf, because they can't fit in the other bag and I'm only using one at once. But in addition, in here I have my gradient that I got a while ago from, I think it was Retold Yarns, yeah. And it was called Yay, I'm a Llama Again, which made me quite happy. And with that, I'm going to make the Golden Orchids shawl. Now, this does have beads at the end, and I have not decided what beads I'm going to do yet. So that's going to be one of the things that I pick up with my friend when we go yarn shopping. The only concern that I have is that I might run out of more complicated yarn. Projects, and I will be doing a little bit of traveling. So I don't want to completely run out, but I think I will be good because these always take longer than I think they will, lace shawls. So that's all that I have today. I didn't get a chance to record this before I left because I was running to get out of the house, but I thought I'd give you a show of what I had, even though I've obviously got some work done on them. And that's all. So soon enough, you'll be able to see what progress I got done on these, but at this point, I'll turn you back to me from the past. Bye. So, I have sewn a couple of things in the past week or so, but I'm only going to show you one today. And that is a pair of lakeside pajamas that I worked on. So I based these off of the store sample at the Black Squirrel. I saw it and I knew I had to have it. So this is the PJ top. And in the back, it's crossed like that. This is a cotton and steel fabric. I don't remember what this one is. I'll put it in the down bar, but it's like a beautiful peachy plaid with these gold stripes. And I used that, I made my own bias tape for this. So this is the top. And then it also has some shorts. Oh, that's the back. There you go. So, some of the details. For the seams on the inside of the top, I decided to do encased French seams. This is the first time that I had ever done a French seam, and I'm really quite happy with how it turned out. I practiced on some of the scraps of that fabric. For the seams on the bottom, I decided to do a flat felled seam, which is kind of like what you might see on a pair of jeans, where it's encased but it's flat. And that was basically because, you don't want stuff sticking up in your pants area. So yeah, I'm really pretty proud of these seams. It's the first time I'd done either one of them, and I'm pretty proud of it. I also, for the elastic, stitched across the center of the elastic to keep it from moving. It's the first time that I've done that, and I'm also really, really proud of that. So I'm pretty happy with these. Overall, they fit really well, and they're comfy, and I cannot wait to wear them. I'm taking them with me on my trip. So that's all that I'm going to show you for today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will catch in with you when I get back from my trip.